Just when America has reached a breaking point with division, visionary influencer Danni Benson's I'm Proud of You Sis bro movement taps into the pulse and heartbeat of a culture radically torn. But this loving mom's voice of reason and calm has received national recognition.
How'd you balance having your children and always traveling with the Yankee organization?
When I became a dad, I said that I would always love like a mother.
I feel like I have to hide certain things or act a different way because I know some people or some kids feel like they have to.
As part of the Chapters Network, Benson brings a weekly show aired worldwide on YouTube and Facebook, and her message is creating positive change. That's Wednesday at 6 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Hey! Hi, everyone! It's Danni Benson. I'm proud of you, sis. Oh my God, it's been forever. How is everyone doing today on this wonderful Wednesday in 2022? I can't believe I'm saying 2022. I am so happy to be with you guys. Oh my God, so much is going on in the world. And I am here today to talk about self-love and self-care. Look, I have like some things. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because you never keep them anyway, or you keep half of them. You know how that goes. Like you do it for a couple of days and you go right back to your bad habits. So I'm reading this great book called Atomic Habits. When you want to create a new habit, you have to just do it a little bit every single day. You can't really go 0 to 100, like say, oh, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. And then the next day you're like not eating because technically you're going to go back to that old habit. So how this book plays is every single day you kind of do something towards the habit that you want to go to, so it can slowly become something that stays. So because it's the new year, I have my beautiful sister, Elaine Hamilton, here to talk about self-care and self-love. I've been wanting to give this amazing female her flowers forever. I am so proud of this girl. I mean, she's an amazing mom, amazing businesswoman. My goodness, she's an entrepreneur and she is such a beautiful soul. I mean, I can't wait to speak to her about her journey, going back to DR, visiting her parents, self-love, going back to nature again, and going back to you, going back to what makes you powerful. And sometimes it's the simple things. This world has become so complicated that it stresses us so much. And I feel that if you go back to nature, back to simplicity, you will accomplish so much more and get the chaos and the stress out of you. So everyone, welcome Elaine Hamilton to I'm Proud of You Sis. Elaine! Hi,
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. You might have to speak a little bit louder, but I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you clearly. I
just want to say, Elaine, I always and forever will always give you your flowers. I'm so proud of you, of everything that you've ever done to make this community, this world a better place. You're a sister, you're an auntie, you're a daughter. I mean, you have 2 beautiful kids. You're an amazing entrepreneur. I'm just like, look at them. And you should see the after picture. I mean, this was when they were little. But Elaine has done such a wonderful job raising her children.
I love
What'd you say?
I said I love that picture. I love
that picture too. Because that's where I'm at right now. So I can't even imagine my kids growing up. Look at them. Oh my God. Look how powerful you are, Elaine. There's so many women right now just trying to navigate, even during this COVID episode, blip, or whatever you want to call it, having 2 children, hustling and bustling, making sure our kids are still normal as they can be, right? And you do such a terrific job with both of your children. So what advice, first of all, that you can give to mothers out there? Like, how do you keep your kids still normal and sane during this chaos that's going on in the world?
Oh my goodness. That's so broad, right? Because, I mean, think about it. There's so much going on. Us as mothers, parents in general, you know, guardians, we're not perfect, right? We're not perfect. We try our best to do, you know, the best we can. And we show up for ourselves, you know, continue to show up for yourself as a mother, continue to show up for, you know, your household. It is not easy, you know, it is challenging. However, our children need us, you know, our children need us. And that's why, you know, mental health comes into play when you talk about things like that, big time, you know.
And that's why I have you on today, because we want to talk about self-care, self-love, pouring love into yourself. And that includes like mental health. I hear a lot of people talk about, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to exercise and all this stuff. And I always want to remind people that you also have to put that much effort into your mental health. So tell me, what do you do to help, you know, make sure your mental health is as sane as possible in all this craziness that's going on right now, just in the world in general?
My routines.
What is your routines? Because I love your routines. So share it to the world.
My routines are a lifesaver. My routine, they've saved my life many times. So since you asked, let's start with my morning routine, right? So my morning routine has morphed throughout the years, right? Right now where I'm at is I wake up, I pray, I drink my tea, you know, my lemon tea. I lead a very boring lifestyle, by the way. People see
it's not boring. It's no lifestyle is boring.
I love my very, you know, it's very different nowadays, and I love it. So yeah, so I wake up, I do my prayer, right? I always start with my prayer while I'm in bed, right? Come out of my bed, go on my knees, do my prayer. I drink my tea. I have rose tea here with lavender, right? And then after that, I go straight into my meditation, right? I love this double screen here so I can see your face. I go into my meditation. After meditating, it depends on what I need that day. Every morning routine doesn't look like the day before. You know, it depends. It's almost like when you go to the closet and you're looking in the closet and you're like, okay, what do I feel like wearing today? There are people that set up their outfits the night before. A person like myself, I don't set up my outfit the night before. I'll wake up, I'll have a rough idea, right? But I'll wake up and I'm like, okay, you know what? I feel like wearing this today. And I take it from there. So after meditating, I might meditate for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes max, sometimes 30 minutes, right? And it depends on what type of meditation I need for that day. If it's something for peaceful or peace within, or clarity, or, you know, whatever it is that I began my day with my prayer, right? I usually, for me, meditation, I receive my answers through meditation, right?
So when you meditate and you say you receive your answers, before you start meditating, do you ask the question first?
In my prayer. So in my prayer, you know, being grateful, thanking God for all of our blessings. Thank you, you know, and just if there's anyone that I'm praying over or things like that, or just listen, I converse with God. I have my relationship with God.
Me too.
It's not a religion. Yeah. So amen to that. So, you know, and the questions, whatever questions I have, they're always through prayer, right? And whether it comes to me in my meditation or throughout the day, I always get my answer.
You always get the signs, right? And you know that's the answer, right?
Always. So after, thank you for asking that, by the way. So after meditating, I go into my workout, my 30-minute workout. I'll do different repetitions, repetitions, and I do full workout every day, full body workout. Go into my yoga, or I alternate working out. Let's say like yesterday I worked out, today I did my yoga, tomorrow I work out, right? After that, I'll go, I might do, if I didn't do my Reiki earlier in the day, I'll do my Reiki then. And then I just wash up and, jump into the day. That's my morning routine. So that routine right there, as I am working out, I'm listening to uplifting motivational speeches from whoever it is I choose that day, depending on what type of support I need that day, right? What type of guidance I'm looking for. And as I'm getting ready, I might just put on some worship music and then take it from there. Or I might throw on some Michael Jackson. Who knows? It depends on how I'm feeling, But that's my morning routine. And let me tell you, that morning routine sets me up to really support me through my day. So you know how you go through your days, you don't know what's going to happen throughout the day. You just don't know. That gives me that base, that foundation,
That's basically like your morning stretch before conditioning your body to conquer whatever workout or whatever routine. Like if you play basketball, you know how you have to like stretch. So basically, your routine in the morning prepares you for what's to come that day.
What's to come? 100%. I'm looking down, by the way, because my daughter's cat Yoda is eating literally right next to me. So that's why I'm looking down. But yeah. So listen, it's so important. I try to share this as much as I can because of the fact that it's helped me so much, right? Your morning routine is key. After washing up, I'll eat my fruit. I'll make a smoothie with maca and maybe spirulina or whatever it is, some fruits and stuff like that, chia seeds. And that really kicks off my day. And regardless of what happens that day, I'm anchored, I'm good. I'm set.
Wow. So you do this every single day. And have you ever felt one day you get up and like, you don't do the routine, or this is like in you now, like you cannot go out there without doing your routine?
Yep. And the days, let me tell you, it's happened. I'm human. We're not perfect, right? So the days where that has happened and I wake up and the day gets ahead, let's say it's a Saturday, perfect example. It's a Saturday. I woke up late, I don't really wake up with an alarm. I'm pretty set, it's a habit, it's ingrained to wake up at a certain time. So if I wake up late, I don't have anything planned, it's not like I'm rushing for anything. However, the day is already unfolding within the East Coast. I'm in the East Coast right now. I'm in New York, right? So the calls come in. Elaine, this is what's going on. Elaine, this just happened. Elaine, we need your help with this. Elaine, can we talk real quick? Elaine, so the world starts pulling you in. However, I haven't grounded myself yet. And it's no one's fault. It's no one's fault that I haven't grounded myself yet. However, on those days, I'm not able to do my morning routine. And that really, I see the difference. As the day goes on, I'm trying to catch up. Okay, let me see if I find a pocket to meditate. Let me see. I'll do my prayer, of course. That's early in the morning before I even come out of my room.
Yes.
But meditating, working out, doing my routine that I have, I take my cold showers. That's every day, So
wait. You take cold showers?
I take cold showers, yes. So how you jump in the shower.
Not a little warm, just cold?
No, my love. Brick cold. I'm from Brooklyn. Brick cold.
Wait. Why is that? Because I know cold is good for you. I'm finding out, doing research, that cold is good for your skin because it wakes you up. But why do you choose cold?
Let me tell you, it's more than just good for your skin. It's more than just good for your skin. it activates, that feel good energy when you're laughing, you're cracking up, and we're having a good time, you're dancing, whatever it is that you know brings in that energy for you. It activates all of that, and your mind just wakes up. So if you haven't woken up by the time you finish your morning routine, by the time you finish working out, let's say you want on autopilot mode and you weren't even thinking about your workout, and you just, because you do it all the time. By the time you get into that shower and that cold shower hits you, you're gonna be awake. You're up.
Wow. I have to try that. But it's like every time the shower is cold, I'm like, but you know what? You're right.
No.
It probably does wake you up.
Yeah, and also, you're removing that fear. The fear is cold water. It's cold water.
You know what? You're right. I really think, because I've been trying to work this with my daughter. Like, she has this fear thing about her, and you're right. Maybe it's just all in our mind. Maybe maybe because I haven't really followed through with taking a cold shower, that after it's done, I'm probably gonna say, wow, it wasn't that bad. I was creating like a mountain of things of, oh my God, it's cold. Oh my God, I'm gonna get sick. Oh my God, oh my God. But maybe it's not as fearful as I've put in my mind.
No, it's not. And think about it. See what you just said. Listen to what you just said. Where else in your life are you being fearful? Where else in our lives are we choosing to be fearful? Right? Yes, that's a spirit that, it lives within you if you choose to keep feeding it. Right? So,
I told myself this year that I'm going to be an example to my daughter, and because I want her to be fearless in a responsible way, then I have to be fearless myself.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Because she's looking at me, and if I'm like not trying things because I'm already in my mind set that this is not going to be a great experience, it's going to be a negative experience, this is going to hurt me, I don't want to feel pain, and I didn't even try it yet, then it's like I have to first try it, because once I try it and you get past that threshold, then when you get on the other side, I'm trying to tell my daughter too that it's not as bad as what you created in your mind. I think a lot of fear is what you create in your mind, and it's not really real. It's not really real. And it's like I watch her and I'm like, oh my God, I have to get this fear out of her before this becomes a habit of hers.
You know how we get the fear out of our children? Because that's one of the questions you asked in the beginning, like mothers and where we're at right now with the pandemic and everything, right? How that begins is how we show up for ourselves, right? So the way you are showing up for yourself right now, and if you're acting with different things around the house, the kids are around you, right? So if you're acting from a space of fear and the kids see that, then they're going to do the same thing. So you try to pull that out of them. Go into the mirror and look at yourself, because I've lived that myself. There's a reason why I changed my life around so drastically, and went head first into personal development of myself, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at my children. They're in their beds, sleeping, and I'm looking at my children. What can I do? Tyler and Julie right there. Thank you so much. Again, that's one of my favorite pictures of the kids.
Me
what
too.
Can I do? That's Julie and that's Tyler. Julie, who I'm carrying there, she is 21, and Tyler there, oh my goodness, he's 24 now, this year. But yeah, at the end of the day, if we are not showing up for ourselves and we are not making the changes that we need to make, I know that this here, right here, we're talking about self-love, right? That's what you told me the topic was.
Yes.
So if we're not showing that to ourselves, we can't blame the kids. We shouldn't blame the children that we are nourishing and raising and guardians of, oh, why are you not like this? You should be. Look at yourself in the mirror. Did you do that? If they're talking a certain way and acting a certain way, did you teach them that? Did they learn that from you, or possibly someone who was in the household that was living with you at that time when you were raising the children? So it starts with you. That fear base, it starts with their environment, where they're growing up at.
And you know what? You are right, because my kids love roller coasters. You know how kids, they have no fear. And when I was little, I used to love roller coasters too. So every time we would go on a roller coaster, I would go to the other side. They'd be like, Mommy, come. It's fun. I'm like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. So I promised my daughters on their birthday.
Were you holding the jackets? You were holding the jackets?
I was holding the jackets. I'm like, I'm over here like, no, you guys can do it. So London says to me, okay, Mommy, on our birthday, when we come back here, you got to come on the roller coaster. So we went on the birthday. I thought they completely forgot. They got on the roller coaster. And they was like, no, Mommy, you said you're going to get on the roller coaster with us. Do you know?
They're holding you accountable. They're holding you accountable.
They held me accountable at 8 years old. Do you know the fear? I was like, I can't do it. They said, yes, Mommy, you can do it. Literally, I sat in the roller coaster with them. Yeah. And my only thing that I thought I was fearful of wasn't even fearful at all. It was just going up, up, up. And I was so scared. And I did the roller coaster. And guess what? That day, I got on the roller coaster with them 10 more times, because I realized that it was really all in my head. And I wasn't actually really afraid. I was just making myself afraid not to get on there. And that's why I love being a kid, because they're so carefree and they're so just like, Mom, let's do it, Mommy, let's do it. And I think, like, as you get older, you start getting this negative thing in your mind that you can't do this, you can't do that. I just want to get back to that place where, I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at this, I'll be where I want to be. I know I can. That's where I want to be. I want to be as free as knowing whatever I put my mind into, it's going to happen, and just let go of the fear. I'm so happy you just talked about that, because I, and probably so many people in the audience, do suffer from this fear factor that we manufacture in our minds. And I think for 2022, it's time to let go of the fear and embrace what's to come on the other side. Right? Let's just embrace it. But before we can embrace it, like Elaine is saying about self-love and self-care, get your routine, get grounded, get to a place where you have a relationship with prayer, with meditation, with taking care of your body, taking care of your soul, right?
Talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it.
So, okay, with self-care, give the audience some advice. There's a lot going on in the world right now. Give us some advice about the self-care and self-love, and how we can get more of it and give it more to ourselves.
I love, you seem to have captured a few things from my Instagram. You're posting it and sharing it. So with what you just shared, right?
Yeah.
The way we speak to ourselves is really important. It's everything. The way we speak to ourselves. Sometimes, let's start there, right? Sometimes we speak to ourselves in such a horrible way. Where is this voice coming from, right? So you said a little while ago, you wish you could think like that. How can I get back to, right? That's where it starts. Where was that first moment where maybe someone said something to you and said, you know what? You'll never become this. You'll never do that. Or they doubted you in a certain way. There goes my dad. They keep showing that image. Or they doubted you a certain way. That's when I was in the Dominican Republic for 4 months. We'll talk about that later. It starts with how you speak to yourself, So criticizing ourselves, downgrading ourselves, the voice that we allow within our minds to, talk to us and say whatever it's saying, we get to manage that. So that's the first thing. Nip that in the bud. Manage that. As soon as you start talking negatively to yourself, Danni, stop it right there. If you need to replace it with 10 things that you know are fact, things that you have accomplished, ways of being, ways that you know that you are, right? Let's say you're loving. Maybe someone said you weren't loving. Maybe they criticized you in a different way, or they doubted you, or whatever it is, right? Take that same, flip it immediately. Don't dwell in it. Don't go into your bed, put on your covers, and oh, they're thinking this about me, and try to disappear from the world. And these. And I'm sharing from a space of, I get it. I've been there, right? So I'm not just talking to talk. So criticizing yourself, talking bad about yourself to yourself. Think of yourself, the most loving person in your life, the person that you love the most. How would you speak to them? How would you speak to them? If you would speak to them in the horrible way that you would speak to yourself sometimes, right? No, you wouldn't, would you? You would
No.
uplift them. You would say, if they're
I
doubting,
nurture them, say like I'm proud of you, sis. Like I
yes,
would pour love into them. Pour love into them.
exactly. And that is what self-love is about. That's the definition. That's self-love. However you would treat, right, someone else that you truly, truly love, treat yourself that way. You deserve it. You're enough. You matter. Treat yourself that way. It's okay. You know?
No,
Another
you're
thing,
right.
sleep. Remember, that was part of the routine. Getting rest, like getting real rest. If you know that your body, your mind, your spirit, you're good with 6 hours of sleep. Okay. Some people, they function perfectly well with 5 hours of sleep or four. I've been there for many years. I get it. It becomes a habit, right? For some people, 7 hours or eight. Get your rest. If you don't make time out to rest, that affects you. That shows up in different ways throughout the day. You're not able to focus. You're zoning out. You're not able to, it just, you might snap at people, right? It's almost like those people. I say those people. I used to be there too, right? When you're hungry and you become that Snickers monster, right? It's like you start snapping because you're
It's eating
hungry.
everything.
Yeah, same thing that happens to people in sleep when it comes to sleeping, right? So another thing would be eating clean. So for me, eating clean is very important, right? I try my best not to eat with things that have preservatives. Thank you for showing that. That's from our farm in the Dominican Republic. A lot of that stuff right there. So trying to eat clean, no preservatives, fresh fruits, vegetables. I'm vegetarian, non-dairy, right? So yeah, eating very as clean as I can, staying hydrated, taking my supplements, taking my vitamins. If I know I feel a little anxious, right? I'll make myself a tea that has ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is great for, your nervous system for, when it comes to anxiety and things like this. Magnesium, right? Jingo biloba, right? There's certain things that you can actually, herbs, right? That I take myself. By the way, I should have started this, shared this in the beginning. What works for me might not work for everyone. I'm clear on that, right? Take whatever I'm sharing, right, from today and apply it to your life. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Switch it around. Maybe it'll work for you in a different way, right? This is what works for me, right? Nourishment. And when I say nourishment applies to so much in your life. What are you reading? What are you watching? Who's in your circle? Who are you allowing, to say X, Y, Z that you're listening to, right? What are you consuming, right? So it's a little bit of everything. So be really mindful of that, right? You don't want to um movies and things like that are so powerful. I feel I'm very selective on what I see, right? So things that have to do with spirits and stuff like that, and scary movies.
I
My
don't
kids,
watch that. I don't watch it.
I'm not doing any of
I'm not
that.
into like the thrillers. I'm not into like war movies. Anything that's like really like not good for soul and creeps me out. I stay away from it. I stay away.
Yeah. So some war movies, Pearl Harbor, things like that. It depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. If there's a message, I'm more of a person. I like to watch things if there's a message in it. What's the message? My kids get on me about this all the time and they crack up. But that's just me, right? Taking time for yourself is another thing, very important. So in the mornings, me taking the time out, shutting out the world, waking up nice and early, and taking the time out to do my morning routine, I'm telling myself that I value myself. That's a form of valuing myself. I matter. You know what? Elaine comes first. Okay. God first, of course, but Elaine comes first before trying to support, trying to show up, and trying to, be in the world for others, right? Another thing is focusing on what's working. So, focusing on what's working, meaning if your mind starts overthinking, you're overthinking, and you're thinking about things that are not really helping you, right? Stop thinking about stuff like that, like I was talking about earlier. What's working? Because, okay, I get it, this is not working, I get it, you're sick, meaning I've had COVID, I had the Marion, right? I was sick. Okay, you're sick. What can you do, Elaine, to support yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to drink some medicine? Are we going to make some tea? Like, what are we going to do to support ourselves, right? I'm reading the chat. This is such a great. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm just noticing the chat, Danni.
Oh, you are? You're amazing, Elaine.
I'm just noticing it. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much. So I've and with the Omarion, the headaches were pretty extreme. I'm not going into this conversation here. But am I going to stay stuck in the fact that the headaches are extreme? No. What can I do about it? Let me take some magnesium with a few other things, right? That I know that are going to support me. A painkiller. Let me get some rest, right? What do I have to eat? What I need to do? Because me continuing to complain about it and complain about it, what is that doing? It's just bringing
Nothing.
it down. It's bringing
Nothing.
it down. It's also affecting your immune system. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It's also affecting your immune system. So be really mindful of that. Stop the negative thinking. Literally, don't spend time on it. Stop the negative thinking. If you need to give yourself a minute to cry, listen, we're human. Cry it out. You need a good cry, go in 5 minutes. Cry it out. Okay, I've been there. Cry your heart out. Cry it out. But then, okay, now what do we got to do? Right? What's working? What's not working? What's working? What can I manage? Well, Elaine, I can manage how I'm thinking. I can manage what I'm consuming, how I'm nourishing myself right now. Thank God, right? Food in my fridge. Thank you, Lord, right? I can manage how I'm reacting to Danni right now. I can manage that. What can I not manage? Because the word control is a funny word, right? It's like the word perfect. Control in reality, Danni, we truly don't have control of anything. Think about it.
We
So
don't.
when you really embrace that, and it took me a while to really embrace that from a space of not being scared, right? The minute I truly understood, Elaine, you really don't have control of anything. Let it go. What can you manage? Okay, we'll go from there. We'll go from there. That lets go when you talk about anxiety and all those ways of that lets go of all of that. It truly does. right? It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of exercise. It doesn't happen overnight. None of this that I just shared happens overnight.
It's about habits. It's like I'm reading this book called Atomic Habit. You do it a little bit every single day to make it into a habit.
It's showing up every day. It's every day, even the days that I didn't want to do it. Every day I show up. Every day a negative thought pops into my head. Maybe it's related to something in my past. Maybe it was whomever that said X, Y, Z, you won't accomplish this, you're not this, you're not that, you're lacking this, whatever it is. And immediately, that is not my voice. That is not me. No. And that is not true. You know what is true? I did accomplish this. I did accomplish that. Or I am a loving person. I do show up for myself. I show up for others, or whatever that is for you, right? Whatever that is for you, right? Also that's tied into reassuring yourself, right?
Yes.
So Danni, with what you do, right, which is so amazing, right? I mean, you know how I feel about you, and I'm so proud of you, right?
Thank you.
You've accomplished so much in your life. And for me, the highest being the fact that you're a mother to two beautiful twins, and you've gone through so much, Danni.
Yes.
Continue to reassure yourself. Continue to reassure yourself. If we continue to reassure ourselves, it's like we're feeding ourselves. You know, you're like that flower that you continue to,
pour into.
I'm more of a rose plant person, right? I love my plants because they're still in the soil. You're not killing them right now. You can still enjoy them.
Because they're still living. Yes, they're still living.
Yeah, and reassuring yourself that you're not dirt. So the dirt that whomever threw on you in the past, that dirt, you take that dirt and you add a few nutrients, you let God bless it, it becomes soil. It has nutrients in it, right?
Yes.
And along with the light, along with the water, what is that? Along with the meditation, along with the prayer, and whatever you want to add to your routine to support you through, right? That's how we grow. And It doesn't look the same for everyone. If you take a cactus, I'm a plant person. I'm a plant mom, big time. So if you take a cactus, you don't water and care for the cactus the same way you care for a pathos, or you care for something else, a palm tree, or whatnot, right? You don't raise it the same way. You don't water it the same way. The lighting is not the same, right? So all of us, it's a different concoction, if you will.
Well, Elaine, oh my God, like you got to come back. I mean, I can do a part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are so amazing. I just want to say, I know the audience have enjoyed you, and I know everyone else is once I post this. So thank you so much, Elaine. I am so proud of you. I'm so freaking proud of you, Elaine. I mean, we have been through so much.
Proud of you. We finally did it. We did it.
I'm so happy. And I'm in the mindset of 2022. Whatever we put in our mind, like you just said, I want to manifest it. I want to make it happen. So I am so happy you came on. I'm proud of you, sis. I am a magnet of miracles, abundance, and love. And that is Elaine Hamilton in the flesh. So thank you so much, my darling, for coming to a Proud of You Sis. And have the most fabulous Happy New Year ever. Happy 2022 ever. And I know that we're going to connect soon. Okay?
Happy New Year. I love you.
I love you too. Everyone. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. Elaine Hamilton. Yes.